Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your general reading for September 2023. The messages, because it is general, the messages may not resonate with everyone, so please check back to your Moon and Rising sign. I have with me today, I forgot to say, next month I am taking personal readings, and you can email me at that address, hiddenlotustarot@gmail.com, and say to me, Tara, I would like the 30 or the 60-minute reading, and I will reply back to you as soon as I can, usually within 24 hours. So do check your emails, your spam folder in particular, because my messages always go to spam. So check back and keep checking back, because sometimes I do 48 hours, but no longer than that. I have with me today the Radiant White deck, the La Vera Sibila, and we will be wrapping the reading up with an angel answer card. So, I have already done some pre-meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. I would like to put another shuffle on the card, and then we will get directly into the reading. I'm having trouble talking today, so I hope you understand me. That's funny, the way that your speech goes after you've had a stroke. There is a such thing as stroke fatigue, and so when you have worked really hard on doing physical exercises, your brain has to rest. And I hate the VA. They always call at the wrong time to remind me of an appointment I have next week. And so usually your speech is affected when you are tired. Your thought processes are not slow about what you're trying to say. It's just that your mouth can't formulate the words. So enough about me. Let's put another shuffle on these cards and then get directly into the reading. The first card down is the Lover's card. The Seven of Cups and the Fool card. Next row, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. This is an odd reading. Last row, the Magician, the Hanged Man, and the Sun. That's big energy. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. Those are our spiritual lessons. And what do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pip cards. The mundane level. What is the overall energy of the entire reading. It is the Two of Wands. Let me start with the Two of Wands. Whenever a two appears, it requires you to make a decision or a choice. You are at a crossroads about something. It can be a duality, or it can be in opposition, whether you are opposed within yourself about something or someone is actively opposing you. I think for me, the most important card is the Magician. He is one card, and he represents you, the ego, the will. And what he says is you are able to direct your will to make anything that you wish, to create any situation that you wish. And indeed, you do that. As above, so below. What that means is, as you think of something, you pull your thoughts out of the air, you create something, you dream up something, you have to direct your will to make it come true. It also speaks about being careful what you think, because you can create those conditions. And he is in a very pivotal place. He also represents a new skills and ideas coming to the fore, new plans. But on the negative side, he can represent someone who is all smoke and mirrors. Someone who will lie to you and fool you and trick you into thinking that what you see or feel is real. I don't know how he's going to play out, but all of these cards, I have two representations of Mercury. This represents the Gemini, and that can be the same thing. Sort of like, let me explain. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. Most of the time, people see the Lovers card and they think it speaks about lovers. For me, the real meaning of that card is be careful what you choose. This is a choice. It could be a choice between two people or two things. The Gemini being two people at the same time. The twins. And it says that once you make a choice, there are consequences to the choice. And once you make a choice, the door is closed on the other one. And I can see here with the Seven of Cups that there is some confusion about this choice. Now, this may happen from August into September and all the way in October. Yes, that's right. And so it is a 7. And a 7 tells of a moment of pause before you move forward. In this particular card, you have here self-actualization, temptation, property, riches, peace, and power. You have a lot of choices to choose from. What are you deciding on here? And this thing is shrouded underneath the 7th cup. What that card means is that you have too many choices to choose from, not knowing the correct one. But it counsels that if you eliminate some of the things that you think you want and find the thing that truly means something to you, the shrouded cup right here, you will be able to make the correct decision. It also refers to building castles in the sky. Maybe you are fantasizing about all these things and you can't pick out the right one. But the card has a beautiful meaning that says you absolutely, positively can make the correct choice with a little clear thinking. And to expect a surprise. Now, I have the Fool card, and 0 is 0. It contains the sum of all things and nothing at the same time. What it means is that to expect the unexpected, to perhaps travel, to approach life with wonderment. It is a representative of the planet Uranus, and Uranus always brings surprises. It never fails. It always brings a surprise. But what we don't know is that being foolish? Is he being foolish, about to step off into the abyss, and his dog is warning him? Or is it the wonderment of starting something brand new? He is on a journey. That's why he is the first card in the tarot. He represents all things new and trying it out. Contained in the bag is everything that he needs to go on his journey. Be like a baby. We will come back to that. The the Nine of Swords is a 9. And 9s always talk about a focus on completion of events. You are very worried about something. It's causing you insomnia, nightmares, you can't sleep, you're worried, very worried, anxiety. And to me, the Nine of Swords represents like a ladder. You are deep in your thoughts, and the only way to find them is to think clearly and climb your way out. That is a very hard mental energy to get out of. You could be worried about, do you have enough money? Have you said something to someone, like a guilty conscience? Or has someone said something to you? Swords represent thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, and communication. This is really about the communication that you're having with yourself late at night. But somehow or other, you climb out of that to the Eight of Swords. And the 8 says that mostly this is a situation you have created for yourself. You see, she is surrounded by 8 swords, and she's blindfolded, and she has on bindings. The card says, if you can think clearly and see clearly, you can pull off the blindfold, break off the binds, and you will see that you are not trapped. This is also a card of the windmills of the mind, and it says you are not trapped in such a way that you can be free. But also, if you can't move, physically move at the right now, that the your mind is free to wonder and think about how you will be able to move when you do have freedom. It can also represent an imprisonment, but this is mostly an imprisonment, a mental imprisonment. Now, the 10 of Pentacles is strange because it is a 10. It is the completion of events. In this card, it mostly, to me, signifies the ability to be comfortable around other people. This is a group of people, and they have all contributed in to create the 10 of Pentacles. Here we have the woman, the man, the old person, and even 2 dogs along with a kid. I always likened this card to the 10th house. It's what you are aiming for, how you want to be seen, your what's the word? Your ambition, what you want to be known for, your status, your groups, and things like that. What you like, a legacy. Typically, it means a family business, and where there is generational money, enough to pass down through the generations. But also, I have seen this card when people are talking about retiring. So there is something odd going on here. The Hangman is a card about a pause and reflection, so you can gain a better view of the circumstances. The thing about the Hangman is he has placed himself on this particular cross. Nobody else has. He did that so he can get clarity. Occasionally, it will appear with this card that a person is suffering from foot, ankle, knee, hip, back, and head problems like migraines. But what he really means is having the ability to wait, to see how things go. This card represents Neptune. You know, I think we are coming upon retrograde season, when 7 out of the 9 planets will all be retrograde at some point. So perhaps, and this is starting in October, so perhaps this is a representation of that. But I digress. The message of the Hangman is, when you most want to act, wait. When you most want to speak, wait. And when you most want to have your way, you should wait. And by making those contradictory moves, you find yourself in the place that you want to be in. It ends in the sun. And the sun represents growth, abundance, fertility, yes, a positivity. And there is some announcement here. I'm thinking of these figures with the robe on. And they all mean something, these robes. This is a heartfelt message. This is a message of the robe that you can do what you want to do if you wait and you find out the exact thing that you're looking for. And the announcement comes. Banners make announcements. Even the robe being worn in the Two of Wands. I wish I knew what that meant. Because even in this card, the male figure has a purple robe on. Purple, red, and red. Now, I don't know what the Fool card means. Usually, if it was here, it means that you have just finished your journey. And if he is here, you are about to embark on a new journey. But he's not in either of those places. So the only thing, oddly enough, I have no court cards here. I have cups, which are emotions, pentacles, which are finances or the doing of, communications, and a will, a desire. A desire to do something. Let me get my book and see if I can come up with anything. Well, no, it's not what I thought it was. The Seven of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Seven of Cups. Next to the Lovers, it is a message to take someone close into consideration when making choices and decisions, as there are imminent changes coming into your life. Be thoughtful of others' wants and needs during the transition. There is room enough on your path for two. It indicates that your life path is broad enough for two. So there you are traveling. I don't know. The Nine of Swords. It tells me nothing. Except this. The Nine of Swords can suggest that an anxiety or worry about what others think and say about you is keeping your mind in a negative state, and you are encouraged to rest. Another message right here. It is a message to be patient, as better things are coming soon. You are asked not to rush things at the time, as this may hinder you and your own progress. It reminds you to have faith and to trust. And that's what this card is all about. The Eight of Swords. Next to the Sun. It implies that regardless of current adverse conditions, a definite change for the better is on the way. It tells you to persist, as your hard work, effort, and intent will bring the desired outcome to fruition in quick time. The Eight of Swords next to the Hangman. It asks you to keep quiet and counsel. Keep quiet counsel and keep to yourself for the moment. Do not offer any information and do not add more weight to the situation or issue, as to speak your mind or voice your opinion at this time, as it may worsen an uncomfortable situation. Keep yourself to yourself. Your intent, hard work, effort, and intent will bring the desired fruition in quick time. But you have to hold your tongue. Remember the message of the hangman. It says, when you most want to act, wait. When you most want to have your way, wait. When you most want to speak your mind, wait. And you can end up having exactly what you want. The 10 of Pentacles. Next to the Sun. It is an indication that happiness and contentment is around you at this time. It also indicates that your desires are coming to fruition, and or the answer to your question is yes. It could be this right here. It's a new beginning. Next to the Lovers, it tells of happy unions and celebrations. It may be also depicting an engagement or a marriage. And I would say, if this is a marriage, this is a good deal, because you're not going to want for anything. It's kind of like this row is saying to me, it'll be a whole new way of life for you. But I want to find out what this 8 of Swords, the idea of a mental block, of being frightened, of being scared, of being worried. Maybe this card is speaking about gossip and news, and you're worried about what people are thinking and saying about you. It creates confusion, that's for sure. The Consolante Suppressor. The idea of that you went looking for something, but what you found was a lot more. He went fishing for fish, and he fished out 1,000 lire. Speranza, hope. It says don't give up, because the answer to your prayers is right around the corner. Again, there is Leo the Lion, so I think that August is a pivotal month for you. Well, it is the nemesis, Il Nemico, but he was upside down. That is definitely a warning. Let me get my book, because that's really bad. Maybe this, I don't know what to make of this reading. The Il Nemico. Let me find him. Reversed. And he falls on the 8 of Spades. Here he is. The Il Nemico. Reversed. Oh, it's positive. I thought it was negative. It indicates that the plans of an enemy will go awry, and they will not be able to exact their revenge. It also indicates the discovery of an enemy or a rival goes away, and a period of truce. However, it is also possible to have mixed meanings, good and bad, foretelling that you will have to experience hardship from an enemy before this enemy loses his battle. That's what I'm saying. It can indicate an awful situation fraught with danger and possible violence. That a group of people or someone that is a nest of vipers. He is holding a snake in his hand. This card can in fact act as a serious warning against making mistakes, being foolish. Because they can have serious consequences in the future. It also warns of playing both sides against the middle. So, when it is reversed, it means either a fierce opponent or the elimination of an enemy. I don't know what it means. I honestly don't, because this row looks beautiful. But down this, confusion, mental subjugation to someone or something, the 8 of Swords, and maybe you are waiting to hope that this person will go away so you can live happily. It's a choice. And remember, the choice says, this card says, choose wisely, because the outcome can have consequences. Compromise. In order to create a happy outcome for this situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. Also, take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Work towards an agreement where everyone wins. Be open to cooperation that will allow you to get what you need, while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Be objective about finding a balance, respecting everyone else's viewpoints while still being true to yours. Direct your will and wait. Bide your time. And so that's what I have for you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for September 2023. Good luck.